Hi, Stampers. Surprise. This is Lisa, and it is a Wednesday. And I never go live on a Wednesday. Well, I guess I shouldn't say never, but it's very rare that I would go live on a Wednesday. But when I went live on Monday and talked about the fact that the last chance list has come out and there are things retiring out of the mini catalog, and several things have already run out and like are no longer available. And I asked if you would find it useful if I went through the catalog and showed you which things are already sold out, which things are discounted, what's going to be going away, what's going to carry over. And several of you said you would find it useful. So as long as you find things useful, I'm willing to do it. So here we are doing a catalog walkthrough with the last chance list. So this is the catalog going out, and it's sad things are leaving, but they're leaving because like a new catalog's coming. And we can't have room for like all this fun new stuff unless some of the old stuff retires. So this is what we're going through. Let's see, I can't get it all on the screen at once. I do want to point out that the Walk in the Forest, did you guys know that this is the paper that we are donating $3 of each pack of this sold to a nonprofit organization? So if you purchase this designer series paper, you're actually helping out a nonprofit cause, which is a really nice thing. Of course, our kit collections. I talked about the fact how right now we get one new kit a month. Next year, we're going to get 2 new kits a month. So keep an eye on the kit collection. That's always online. It's almost never in the catalog. Okay, of course, all of our suites are going to disappear. So over here we have the Merry and Bold suite. That's going away. And everything on this page is going away except for number 3. These little embellishments, those are going to stay. And the Melon Mambo, this is what's discounted 10% off. So if you like foil papers, this is a Melon Mambo and a Granny Apple Green foil paper that is normally $10 on sale now for $9. So everything else except these will be retiring, and they'll retire as soon as they're sold out, or the 3rd of January, which is when this catalog is over. But unlike in the past, they are no longer guaranteeing to us that certain stamp sets will be available through a certain date. So that's no longer a thing. The St. Nicholas suite is going to be retiring, the whole thing, the bundle and the stamps and the dies. Right now, the dies are on sale for 10% off. And so those being $37.27, it's still cheaper to get the bundle if you decide to order that. We have this great Christmas tree over here, and it's going to be staying. I kind of like that idea because this is a great tree if you like multiple sizes, because the way the dies are arranged, you can stack them and give them kind of a 3D look, one on top of each other, or you can build them up and make the tree taller, or you can use one of the shorter ones and get a short tree. So it's very versatile. And those will be staying. They will appear in another catalog, probably the annual that will come out in May. Did y'all notice this little die back here? This die is 3 3/4 by 5 1/8, and it will die cut tiny little trees throughout the entire layer in the back. That one is retiring, and it is currently 20% off. So instead of being $29, it's $23.20. These adorable little fun and festive guys, they are retiring. I loved this suite. I love this suite. And apparently a lot of other people did too, because not only has the suite already sold out, the star trinkets were like one of the first things to go. And then the Shining Brightly specialty designer series paper and the Oh Holy Night designer series paper have already sold out. So you can no longer get these. You can still get the 2 bundles, and the ribbon will be carrying over into the new catalog or something coming up. Again, like I said, these are retiring. You can get the dies right now for 10% off, $24.30. So it's still cheaper to get the bundle if you plan to get the stamp set and the dies together. But this was one of those die sets where people may be interested in just the dies and not the stamp set. Some people are, some people aren't. And if you are just interested in the dies, they are 10% off. Now, the Stars at Night hybrid embossing folder, you saw me use that recently. And the hybrid embossing folder means that you can put the dies into the embossing folder and run it through your machine, and it will die cut and emboss in one pass through the machine, which is pretty spectacular. And that's on sale for 30% off. So even if you like the bundle and you wanted them together, it's going to be cheaper for you to get the Stars at Night stamp set and the hybrid embossing folder separately. It's going to be a bigger discount than buying the bundle together. That's why I'm saying through some of these things, you have to do a little bit of math to figure out what's going to be the cheaper way to go about doing things. This rocking horse over here has the bundle, and the dies have already sold out, and that's because the dies are gone. The stamp set is still available, but it will be retiring. The Shop the Town stamp set is retiring, and that actually coordinates with some dies out of the annual catalog. The Let's Go Shopping dies cut out this as well as the stamp set it goes with in there, so very versatile. The Forever Forest bundle will go away, but the trees and the dies, the stamp set and dies, will be available separately. They just won't be at the 10% discount. Here we have more things retiring. We have the stamp set and the dies retiring. The dies are now 10% off. And so instead of being $30, I think it was $38, they're $34.20. This was another really popular, super cute bundle, and it has lots of elements to it, which is awesome because not only is there the stamp set and the punch and the embossing folder and the, designer series paper, the embellishments, the ribbon, all those great things that we get, but they also included some memories and more cards and the envelopes. So there's the cards and envelopes plus the memories and more card pack. And those can be used together in conjunction to whip out some really fast Christmas cards. So it's not too late to throw those into your cart and have some really fast Christmas cards you can nail out really quickly. Again, it's all retiring except for the Snowflakes embossing folder. It's a Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. That will carry over. The rest of it's retiring. So, of course, that's the stamp set over here. And then the Gift of Giving, this stamp set is retiring. The Winter Owl bundle and the stamp set and dies, all retiring. These two big background stamps of the Fragrant Forest and the Graceful Deer will be sticking around. And so that's kind of fun. Look at how cute this is, where somebody not only stamped the background, but then they stamped it again and they fussy cut out the deer and then put them on probably with dimensionals. Really cute, simple card, especially if you love to fussy cut or if you have a Brothers Scan and Cut. If you're wondering what a Brothers Scan and Cut is, you need to contact me because they're super cool. I love this too. She must have inked this with the Stampin' Write markers and did 3 different greens for the trees. So a really pretty, easy background that could be whipped out really quickly. The Joy of Christmas suite. We used part of this for our online retreat that Laura and I do. And we used the Christmas Classics. That is retiring. The only thing on this page that's going to stay is the ribbon. And the ribbon is a very vanilla and white, or very vanilla and black check, instead of the white and black. So now we have both very vanilla and whisper white in this checked ribbon. And both, let's see, I thought I had a piece in here. Both of them can be colored with the Stampin' blends. So you can use the alcohol markers and change the color of the ribbon and make it either green or red or whatever. So that's something good to keep in mind. Carryover means that it's going to be in another catalog coming up. Somebody just asked what that means. It means it's going to stick around. It's not retiring. And now most things, I will point out, there are a few things that will stick around but only be available online. If I don't mention that they're only available online, then it's probably going to be in another catalog in print. Okay, so this is all going away. The Joy of Noel bundle, the stamps, dies, and bundle. And the Christmas Classics, again, I had used the dies for one of the cards that I made that was not actually used with this stamp set. I used this large square die with all the filigree around it in a balmy blue and then put the polar bear on top of it. It came out really cute. And so if you just wanted the dies by themselves, they are on sale for $33.30 instead of $37. Still cheaper to get the bundle if you want both. Now this is a great deal. If you liked this Sending Cheer, it is retiring, but the stamp set and the dies are both 40% off. And so instead of the bundle being $53, it's actually going to be $35.40. So that's a really big discount if you were on the fence about that one and considering it. That's an absolute fabulous deal at 40% off. This embossing folder here, you may have missed that. It's got all these little Christmas words on it. It's on sale, 10% off, and will be $7.65. But again, going away. As is the Jolly Words. That's retiring. The Radiant Light is retiring, but did you notice these gold envelopes and card bases? They were kind of hidden here in the middle, but here's our item number right here, and they were $12. You get 20 bases and 20 envelopes. Again, great for quick and easy cards, and they're going to stick around, so they will be available going forward. The Wishes All Around bundle is retiring, as is the stamp set and the dies. The dies are 10% off. So again, if you want both, still cheaper to get the bundle, but if you liked the dies by themselves, they are 10% off. Hi, Laura. We're just doing a walkthrough of the catalog, showing what is already sold out and what is staying and what's leaving. Obviously all the suites, they're going away. This suite is already sold out because this Snowflake Magic paper has already sold out. It is no longer available. It's all gone. And then the embellishments here, the faceted gems and the silver and white ribbon and the designer series paper are all staying. So despite the fact that the stamp set and dies are going away, we're going to keep this paper. So I'm a little bit intrigued to see what's going to, go with that going forward, because it's very, very rare that we hang on to designer series paper. Usually when the catalog is over, it goes away. But that stamp set is going away, but the snowflakes are staying. So maybe that has a little something to do with it. Maybe the snowflake bundle would look good with that paper. But this is staying. Of course, the bundle is going away, so the 10% off by buying them together will not be available going forward, but you can purchase them separately. The Above All bundle, stamp sets and dies, are retiring, but the dies are now 30% off. So they're only $22.40. And if we add the $22.40 to the 20, that's going to be $42.40, whereas the bundle here is $46.75. So again, this is one of those instances where if you wanted this, they're going to be cheaper buying separate instead of using the bundle. Again, another thing that a lot of people missed was this little nested treat boxes here. You get 8 little boxes, and they're food safe. Can be, you can put cookies or whatever in them. And that's going to be 40% off. So you could get 8 little boxes for $6.90. This was an absolute fabulous deal. The Precious Pine Cones. This stamp set is reversible. What that means is when you have the stamp, it'll have the detail on one side, but then you can flip it over and you can stamp with its stamp upside down on your block. So you would get the solid surface that you could do in a lighter color and then come back with this in the darker color, or maybe stamp this and then stamp off and then stamp this full strength over the top, but 60% off. And so this stamp set, instead of being $22, is $8.80. So fabulous deal there. This is gorgeous, and I didn't get it because of this catalog coming out in September. I thought, ooh, that's, fall's not hanging around very long over here. So I didn't think I would have time to use this, but it's carrying over. So it's now on my wish list, and I'll probably end up getting it because now I know I can get more life out of it. Although this really pretty designer series paper sold out multiple times and now they're not replenishing it. So the paper is totally gone, but the stamp set and dies, that's going to stick around. And the embossing folder and this oxidized copper paper is sticking around. So by staying or sticking around, that's what's on our carryover list because it's carrying over into new offerings. So the bundle will not be available anymore, but you can purchase them separate. So I'll probably get this before it retires or before this catalog retires because I can get the extra 10% off. Over here, the Fruitful Blessings, that's retiring, stamp set, dies, and bundle. The dies are 30% off, so they're going to be $23.10. So if we add these two together, that's $47.10, whereas this is $51.25. So again, cheaper to get them separately than to buy the bundle. The Rustic Crate is going to stick around, the stamp set and the dies, but the bundle is going away. So the 10% off discount will not be going forward, but the stamp set and dies will. Here we have the So Sincere. And when I first looked at this, I didn't think much of it. And then I realized that it's very rare that we have a sentiment that goes up and down like this. And I have seen so many cute cards made with this vertical stamp. So even though I may have stamps that say some of these other things, I might get it just because I love that. And it's carrying over, so I can continue to use it. The Bag of Bones, I believe, was a carryover from last year. I'm not into Halloween much, so I don't remember it a whole lot, but it's not available as a bundle in here. And so that makes me think it was a carryover. It's now going to be officially retired. The stamp set is going to be full price, but you're getting 10% off of the dies. So you kind of get a little discount by buying them together if you wanted, but you get 10% off of the dies if you're buying them alone. And of course, the paper is retiring. And the glow-in-the-dark little embellishments, those sold out like super fast. They were really popular. People really liked them. We do still have the glow-in-the-dark available, and that's 20% off. And so that's going to be $5.60 for the pack. So that's a great deal because it's normally $7. Okay, Tricks and Treats is retiring. The Pick of the Patch is retiring. And the Punch has already sold out and is not coming back. So now the Punch and the bundle are no longer available, but if you wanted to purchase the stamp set alone, you can until this is over or it's sold out. The Garden Walk suite, we are only keeping the little pearls and this punch. We're not keeping the stamp set, but we are keeping the punch. These others are retiring. So this is when I was talking about Modern Garden. The stamp set goes away, the punch stays. This is staying too. And this one actually coordinates with another stamp set we have. The Biggest Wish that's in our annual catalog, this goes with it. So you could mix and match these two stamp sets together and it would go a little further, and it's sticking around. This translucent florals, this is really pretty. I've seen some beautiful cards made with that, especially with the vellum technique they're showcasing here. The bundle pricing will go away, but the stamp set and the dies will continue. This Melody Mix is retiring, and you'll notice there's little squares around them. These coordinate with the tiled punch pack that goes with another stamp set in our annual catalog. So again, one of those things where you could mix and match the two stamp sets together and they would work very well together. I'm kind of excited this one is staying. I did not order this yet, but I like it. I think that could be a great 4th of July, Happy New Year, any kind of celebration. Here in Idaho, they seem to do fireworks for like everything. And so this will be sticking around, the stamp set and the dies, but they're going to be an online only thing. So I'm not sure how long they will stick around. I'm sure they'll go online, and when they sell out, they'll just pull it. But it is slated to stay after this catalog retires, although not the bundle pricing. The Always With Me stamp set, this will be sticking around. And again, I forget which artist this is, but this looks similar to other stamp sets we have. So another mix and match. The Whale Watching is going to be retiring. If you looked at any of my videos while I was on my cruise to Hawaii, I did some great 3D cards with this using the Waves of Inspiration. The two pair together beautifully. Throughout the Year is going to be staying. It's going to be an online only exclusive. So again, we don't know for how long, but it is slated to stay. Another little thing they hid up in here is these little 3-inch embossing folders. They're 3 3/8 inch by 6 1/4. So they're kind of like half the size, and they will fit in the mini machine. And they do these circles, and then there's kind of these swoop things. They're 10% off and will be going away. Here is where they hid the little deckled circles. And so these are great dies. I've done some cool things with those as well. They are sticking around. So deckled is coming back. And you've been around long enough, you remember the deckled scissors that we had. So we could give this edge with scissors instead of with a die. Now we're getting lots of dies that have that effect. The Year to Celebrate is retiring, and it's going to be 40% off. So you can get this adorable stamp set here for just $11.40. And all of these sale prices are going on right now. There is no guarantee on how long inventory is going to last. So as soon as things are sold out, they're sold out. Another little thing could have gotten missed is these little tiny envelopes here. They are 2 1/4 by 3 1/2 and designed to hold a gift card. So there's 20 of them. That used to be $6, now is $4.20 because they're 30% off. This distinctive stamp set here, the Cheers to the Season, is 30% off, going from $25 down to $17.50. There's those great dies again. Now, the stamp set over here, this curved occasions, the stamp set and the bundle are going away, but we're keeping the punch. So that's going to be intriguing to see what's going to come out that will coordinate with this punch. I'm assuming they will have something going forward if they're keeping the punch. This is another fabulous deal if you liked this kind of camping warmest heart dies with the thermos. It's 40% off on the dies and the stamp set. So you could get this for $27. You could get the stamps and the dies instead of the $40.50 that it was. So great deal to be had there. And that's kind of it. Now we're back into the summary. In the back of the catalog, there's always the bundle index where you can look through there and see what the bundles are throughout the catalog. And then they're also going to feature back here the stamp sets at a glance, the dies at a glance, the embossing folders. And this carries true in our annual catalog as well as these little ones. So if you're ever wondering, where did I see that stamp set or that die, you might want to flip to the back and check the index. It might be a little faster than going through page by page. And this, of course, is going away because it was a host special related to this catalog. So that was our walkthrough of the mini catalog and the last chance list. And this will be available for replay if you wanted to go through and mark your own book and check to see if there's anything on your wish list that you haven't gotten yet. And these are coming soon. So if you are interested in getting a copy of that catalog, please let me know. I would be more than happy to send you one if you want to work with me as your demonstrator. I love that idea. I always provide my catalogs for free as a thank you for shopping with me. So thank you for hanging out and watching our little catalog walkthrough. And I will not be live tomorrow because it is Thanksgiving, but I will be live on Monday, the 27th of November. How did that happen? We've all got our Christmas tree lights up and all that by that point. So this year is just going by super fast. So have a happy Thanksgiving and enjoy your family and friends and loved ones. And I will see you on Monday. Thanks. Bye.